It's time to be ready. Okay. Attention! No idea what that means. No idea what that means. That could mean anything. Alright. So I played this on Monday. And it's great. It's great. I love Pikmin. What else can I say? There's supposed to be a new game last year. Now, to be fair, Aqua Style is basically Unknown X, right? So I imagine project got pushed aside because Dankag was in development and they hit their, you know, they hit their thingy so, like, so instantaneously. They're like, oh shit, alright, shifting projects. Alright, we're going to new area. Autumnal Valley. So, fun bit. Okay, I'm just gonna go through the wall. How do I say this? Oh, the alien is just already there, huh? The patch to fix the DMCA music didn't actually go through. So, what that means, essentially, is not much. It just means that some bogus claim from the Netherlands. That's right. Did you know Dire Docks is owned by some company in the Netherlands? And because of that, you are not allowed. You are not allowed. Fuck you. And so, yeah. I have 3 individual claims by that, so I have to play that game, which is not my favorite game. But it's fine. Usually what those things do is there's no actual, like, there's no one actually there to, like, make good on the claim. They just hope that... Okay. They just kind of hope that you give up, sort of deal, so that, and then you just give them money for it. But I didn't do that. So. Oh well. What can I say? That's just something that happened. Anyway, chat. Yeah, that's probably see some information. We got a whole year coming up for video games after all, and Aqua Style is like. I'd say Aqua Style is like. So, Aqua Style is actually kind of large. So it's like surprisingly large. Like, it's hard to believe they make Touhou games. Just a bit. You know what I mean when I say that? Okay. I'm gonna get this gooey bastard. This fucking plant! This plant! Got his ass. Give me that green goo. No need of cheese. No need of cheese. I hear things. Where did my Pikmin go? The fuck? Wait a minute. Where did my Pikmin go? Okay, well, they're carrying it off. Okay. No, but the games they release... Oh, I see. The games they release are, like, full-price games. Which is crazy, when you really think about it. Okay. But they do, you know, they do Touhou games. And, like, most Touhou games, the most expensive ones you tend to run into are the, you know, they're like I think, like, Lost Branch is a pretty good example. Oh, the weak should fear the strong. Oh, the weak should fear the strong. Okay. Kill. Kill. Alright. No big deal. Hold on. I have an ingenious plan. Watch this. Get this frog. Get his ass. Ah. It's just that easy, man. Okay, what's going on over here? Well, if you don't count the DLC that with those games, they're still like basically full price games. My thermal readings are giving me a headache. Oh wait, I don't have a head. Cave has pockets of extreme heat and extreme cold. How could that be so? What do you mean cold? Iceberg Cavern. Fire and whites. Okay. Alright. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get them blue Pikmins right now. Pretend I do not see. Kill. 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 I'm gonna get the blue Pikmin right now. I'm gonna build them up, and we're gonna do, you know, same thing we did last time. I like how the game is just content with giving me the Pikmin fairly quickly. Don't have to do that much. There's a lot of material to work with here as well to build them up. Chat, Aqua Style had a couple games, but the first one we got was Lotus Labyrinth, which I think was actually like their 5th game or something. And I remember because I actually had we had it on PS4, and it came bundled. It came bundled with what do you call it? 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 My brain is failing me. It came bundled with double focus, and I remember I told the story before. It's a good story. Get over here. Get over here and start breaking this water, bitch. Great job making it over here. We have met back up with the blue Pikmin. You captains know how useful blue Pikmin are, so let's get moving. Yeah. Get this wall, boy. They'll get it. They'll get it. Yeah, one guy on the job. So, I think Lotus Labyrinth is like their 5th game. But they're part of like the Fushiguro Gensokyo series, which, you know, Mystery Dungeon. But the version that released over here, translated, it was localized by NIS America. And I remember I played it. This is the old version, not the reloaded version. And there were changes made in the reloaded version to make the game easier, because the first part of the game is actually kind of stupid hard. 12 wikis are horrendously behind on all the games Aqua Style has been involved in. Well, I mean, the wiki is a community effort, and sometimes the community doesn't give a shit about certain aspects, but they care about others, and I guess Aqua Style's log is one of those things. Because sometimes it's easy to forget that a wiki is literally just, like, shit that people put there themselves. It's not an official medium or anything. It's not like Zung goes on there and writes everything about it, you know? Like, these are just people who do this themselves. And a lot of the times we just kind of forget that fact, I think. And we just assume like, oh, okay, yeah, these people are professionals. They know what they're talking about because they wrote on a wiki. There you go. But yeah, so the game, what is, little bro. Yeah, that really popped it, just like that, huh? That game, I tried playing it because I like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon and I like Touhou, so I was like, I'll try it. And the first area was really rough and I died a lot and I couldn't beat the training area, and I kept trying because I really thought, you know, I could do it. And then I got like, I never could beat Kasen's Dojo. And then I finally decided to just go in to the dungeon again, and I got like decently far in there, and then I was doing well, and then Byakuren teleported 12 squares towards me in a long room, hit me 3 times, put me to critical health, and I was like, what? And then I took another step and she did it again and killed me, and then I stopped playing. I was not thrilled. I immediately stopped playing the game, and I did not want to play the game ever again. That was my story. But because it came bundled... Oh, hold on. It came bundled with double focus. which was a Metroidvania type of game with Aya and Momiji. Actually, I played that. Quite a while back. Made a video on it too. I like that game. They finally put it on Steam after like years. Because as far as I know, the only way to actually play that game was through the bundled release of Genso Wander, the original, or the PSP version. And I think it probably had something to do with the publisher more than anything, NIS America, because like kind of a weird series of restrictions. How much does this take? 7. 3. Bro, if I didn't... Oh, you capping. You capping. If I didn't put 8 on that fucking bug, we would have been able to get it all. Oh, well. That game is pretty fun. It has its issues. There's a very big issue with that game that I have. And that is that you cannot attack more than one enemy at a time. And there are some hallways that are very poorly designed with that idea in mind. So, issues aside, the game is pretty fun. And I liked it. What more could you ask for? But I never wanted to play... Genso Wander again. And then years later, when the reloaded version came out, and it was like, no, trust me, this time, it's good. Come on, bitch. Come here. Jump me. Come on, I know you wanna. Fuck you. Random ass bamboo wall. Come here. Get my ass. Yeah, you ain't shit. You ain't no Mr. Krabs. Fuck you. Yeah. You guys are really bad at this killing thing, huh? What a well-timed throw. There's some oysters in there. There's probably there's a hole in there. There's some other stuff in there. Alright. Yeah, projectiles. The game has no invincibility period. It's ridiculous. You actually just get raw dogged by some projectiles and you just fucking die. Like, not even an exaggeration. You just fucking die because a projectile fell on you and you take immense amounts of chip and you're just like, stop! Yeah, get the frog. Yeah, lick it. Yeah! As fast as my hand can go. Easy clap. That's okay. Doesn't matter if the school night is on the way. Is there a way to drain this water? Because this is kind of... I really don't think there is. I think we just have to put up with this absurd amount of water in this area. Oh man, there's so many places we can go. So many options. Endless options. Okay. We got caves, man. Yeah, get them. Yeah, get them. So just so much ground covered. It makes me feel like I'm a good player at these games when I cover this much ground. And I wouldn't even say it's because I'm a good player per se. It's more so just the fact that, how would you say it? I'm not really afraid to tackle situations quickly, I suppose. I guess that's what it would be. Something like that. Like if I see something that's in the way, I'm just going for it. And I know I can kind of identify what I'm supposed to do at a given moment with what Pikmin I have and just go for it and split up and delegate, stuff like that. This ain't no revolutionary thing or anything like that, but I've seen people play Pikmin and they can be very reserved in how they play the game. And this is coming from a guy who beats the shit out of everything himself if he can help it. You can't get much more reserved than not actually letting the Pikmin play the game. So, you know. This might go down. Yeah, I don't think this. We're gonna get the nectar. We're gonna get the nectar. Good first day though. No treasure collected at all. Kinda goof that. Kinda goof that. In your unyacht. How many did I create? I created 126 blue boys. That's a pretty good number. There's a poison fence up there. There's a cavern there that needs fire and... Okay, okay. I'm looking. Yeah, see, this is the music that you get when you fucking suck and don't actually get any money. The lay of the land is complete. Okay. But after Double Focus, they released Lotus Labyrinth R, which is a remake of their third game, and I believe Genso Wander was a remake of like an earlier game as well. But they also had Bullet Reporter, which never did get translated. No one died. I tried to play that one, and it was in Japanese, so I couldn't really understand it. Louis, no wandering off the planet this time, alright? If you get lost, don't expect us to spend the time to find you. Hope you can be trusted on this expedition. Don't worry, I'm gonna eat them. Yummy. I'm gonna eat them. Yum, 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 yum. Only new Piclopedia entries. Deep Hue Cannon Beetle. How fascinating. The decorated Cannon Beetle has turned to a deep purple creature. This has been one of the most magnificent enemies I've encountered thus far. The magnetic boulders are even faster than before, meaning bad news for my Pikmin squad. But more importantly, me, if I ever encounter the parent Cannon Beetle again one day. Will its boulders be magnetic or travel in a straight line? I hope neither, because I never want to see one again. But I need the research. Ugh, I need to make up my mind. This little critter is one of the only friendly creatures on this planet. Hitting its back with my Pikmin makes nectar or a radioactive spicy spray pop out. I have no idea how it's able to produce such substances all by itself, but I'm certainly not complaining. Colors like purple present on so many creatures such as this one strongly point to changes other than evolution that has occurred on this planet. Purple color would have no real use out of all the colors. Purple must be the rarest color for an environment. Perhaps they'll find some later, but they won't change the rarity. Additionally, nothing should be able to self-produce radioactive materials. Should I be scared of these things? I don't know if Pikmin can get radiation cancer, but if they can, it's my responsibility to protect them from that. Shearwigs, they're in water. They're gonna die. Like, they're gonna die. Yeah, that's why they're come back out and die. Yeah, die. Fuckers. Shearwigs are much stronger than the last visit, where even they were problematic. Because of their ability to generate health while airborne, you can't leave these things alone for very long. Shearwigs share most of their DNA with the other mandibulards, but it seems they possess a rare recessive gene for wing growth that separates them from their mandibular relatives. Now I want some wings. Mantis Crawlmad. This variant of the Hermit Crawlmad has more advanced skills that make it more capable of snatching my Pikmin. It now strongly prefers aquatic environments where it can only be attacked by blue Pikmin. Oh. Crawlmads are quite pesky creatures because most of the body is armored, only their backside is vulnerable to Pikmin. However, they are petrified by bitter spray, simply touching them can deal damage to them. How strange that an armored creature such as this one becomes so weak with the use of one spray. Wog. Oh. These baby Wollywogs are pretty cute and almost harmless even. They still get infected and can flick Pikmin away with the water. Outside of water, Wogpoles are pathetic creatures just like Louie. I hope he isn't reading these. The strange thing about this creature is they aren't always near their parent Wollywogs, which could mean that the baby Wollywogs are not in need of parental support. But they perhaps be breaking away from the Wollywog family. Louie just catching strays in here, man. It's friendly. Why am I hitting it? Because it has resources that I can use to my advantage. It's the same reason we keep you guys around. You are resources to be taken advantage of. Okay, I'm going an Iceburn Cavern with 100 Pikmin lads. Alright, come along, team. We got shit to do. Huddle up. I'm always scared of things like this because the Pikmin, they feel like they cooperate, but they really don't have any survival instincts. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, no, I played Bullet Reporter. Japanese only, I couldn't understand it. And there were so many control options, and also just, like, I was dying in the tutorial. I couldn't, like, solve the game. And I had to figure it out on my own with so many buttons. I just kind of lost interest. But Genso Wander Reloaded. Genso Wander had a DLC that basically turned that game into a chapter. That was the one with the big Eldritch Kasume for some reason. It's even slightly referenced in Double Focus, as Double Focus picks up off of the events of that one. This is a Freeze Flame Galaxy, Mario Galaxy. The cold version. It's probably gonna get hot soon. Or, it's gonna turn into a fire location and the music's gonna shift to like that. That'd be cool. Okay. Don't worry, it's just a movie. Die. Was there a purpose to that? No. There will be a purpose to this though. We're just experimenting. Oh, okay, don't do that. It scared me. White Pikmin are very fast. Okay. It is like the absolutely massive creature. That dungeon had great music. I think that DLC also had its own well, but I didn't bother with that. Funny enough, I'm missing one conversation in like Aki's log of events. I don't know what it is though. I don't know how I missed it. I think I like everything in the game, but I'm missing one. $300 Wondrous Diamond. We break egg. Okay. The reason we break egg is because we might get some sauce. Everybody likes some secret sauce. The good stuff. Give me that. I was thinking about that creepypasta we read yesterday, chat. The demon that's been unleashed. Oh. Day 30. Man, what a time. What a time. And now it's hot. Holy shit. Bro, it's spicy as shit down here. How is the... what? It doesn't really make any sense, but when you think about it, neither did Freeze Flame or Melty Molten or whatever. Not Melty Molten. I can't remember what the other one was called. Shiverburn. I remembered. Chat, what was your favorite story from yesterday? I think mine. Oh my god, he breathes fire! Yo! Yo! Ow! That hurt a lot. This guy's awesome! He no longer blows air. He fucking melts your Pikmin. What a crazy bastard. It's alright, fire immunity, baby. It's when they mix and match elements that things get more difficult. Egg. Might as well. You know, why not? I feel like I deserve these corpses. Might as well know how you went to sleep early yesterday because I didn't know you were gonna stream. It's not a creepypasta. I said I was gonna stream. Intense spear. It's purple. Corrupted. The Donkey Kong one was great. That man died. No, you know what? Zero Chances was good too, because the guy writing that literally died mid-story, but he still had enough time to warn the reader that this could happen to you. Man got sucked into zero gravity and just like died. But he was like, if this ever happened to you, don't play game. I think there was one where Kirby danced. Kirby danced. I don't know why, but he did. The Purple King K. Rool. who T-posed and slashed monkey, and then his friend on Skype who sent him a picture of his head with his usual body missing because King K. Rool, Purple K. Rool had shown up and taken his head and held it up to the camera for a photo. And he was like, oh shit. He did indeed poop himself. I didn't read it yesterday, chat. I didn't read it yesterday, but Mario Kart Black was pretty, that one was pretty good, wouldn't you say? Wouldn't you say Mario Kart Black was a masterpiece in fiction? Kill. 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 You guys can have them. It's actually more beneficial to me that you take them than anything else. Why are there 3 poison guys lined up? What is this shit? Oh look, he's got a butterfly on his back. Okay. Demon Mario, last seen in Chicago. Or was it New Jersey? I think it was New Jersey. Because that's where Mitch was from. I remember I connected the dots. My brother died before my eyes. I escaped out the window. Excuse me, sir? Why did you sell this copy Mario Kart Black at store? Because my friends are dead! Yo, chill, man. It ain't that serious. Relax. Anyway, thank you for your time. Anyway, I went home and my family was dead. Killed by Mario. But he was nowhere to be found. God. That spider is gonna get us all killed. You know what? I trust myself. That's right. It was more so that because there was a candy pop, but I could use to not have to, you know. Bowser. All right. Okay. Now, Stellar. There's reasons, chat. That's all I really need to say. There are reasons. Oh, nice flower, cool. Why creepypastas get a bit of a bad reputation. Now, the Metroid one was fascinating, but I think the biggest slip up that one did was it decided the scary bit was the ghost of a real human being who just like destroyed the child because he emulated video games. But like, playing a ROM isn't legal. It's distribution that's illegal. You're not allowed to distribute them. There's no law that says you can't play them. So if anything, why would old Gunpei Yokoi go after this guy? This kid didn't even know what emulation was. Like, weeks before he got fucking taken to the Shadow Realm. Woo! That's close. Unless the AI makes a creepypasta. Well, the thing is, the AI making a creepypasta doesn't really work that well because they don't allow for bad. You know, like the Chat GTP ones were funny, but they were all things considered, they were pretty safe because they can't use unidentified spine object. They can't use certain like subject matter because it goes against it. But they still did a better job than some of the shit I read. So, you know, take that for what you will. Ice flower. Well, it allowed Fumo kill to an extent. It didn't actually specify the Fumo killed anyone. It just said that it dragged somebody into their lair. Deep within the Fumo lair, Marissa got dragged in, and then Raymond went and solved it, and then Marissa was fine. Fumo real? Oh shit, for real? You ever wonder, chat, what would you do if you just woke up one day and you went out to your living room and you just saw your Fumo making itself a cup of coffee? You know, like Ted. What would you even do? Would you just be like, morning? What if they respond to you like nothing is weird about what's going on? Like they're just like, yo. What's up? Hey, you doing there? Coffee? Ah, yeah. I see. Okay. You? Oh, you know, just, you know, getting some breakfast. Cool. That's the conversation. Well, if your Fumos come to life, then you have to explain to them and God why you've done the things you've done in their presence. Now that's something that's probably a little scary to think about, isn't it? Huh? One fear. Right there. They know everything. Think about Toy Story, chat. What do you think the toys be doing? When Andy be, you know, he be doing his work. I want these flowered up. When you think of it like that, it makes you not want your Fumo to come to life at all, right? But streamer, I don't do anything bad. No, you say that, but you know? You say that. But maybe you're forgetting a moment. I would know, I've seen everything. Oh. So, I noticed something interesting here, is these fire geysers don't stop. That's actually not part of vanilla. Vanilla, you can run anything into them. It's kind of cool that they actually made the fire hazards more like bring red Pikmin jackass. The only thing is, like, these kinds of hazards aren't scary simply because red Pikmin have nothing to fear from them. But it's punishing if you don't, you know. You get what I mean. Better that happens than the alternative, which is me exploding. That works. Okay. This is progress. Alright. My Fumos are staring at me. What did you do? What did I do? I mean, if you're the gaze of the Fumo, it makes you feel like you've done something wrong, then maybe you did something wrong. You know what I do? My Fumos are actually put away for the most part. I have a few of them out right now. The main ones being Jun and Ruma. And they stare. They stare at my door on the shelf. So whenever I do my set, my reps, I make sure to look at them. Let them know. I dedicate this one to you. And then I rip it. And then it's not always so flawless. But it's motivating. Yo, he got hit by that and just didn't give a fuck, huh? Yeah. I can't fight this in this position. That's unfortunate. I probably should have done something about that. Alright, well, that sucks, but it happens. Didn't account for the fact that my Pikmin were gonna, you know, don't you dare. Oh, you missed? Yo, he failed! The fuck? How'd he fail? Well, whatever, no skin off my bag. Getting out of here. Pikmin, self-defense. I didn't, you know, they're terrible at it. My Fumos just look at me with their old, big old Fumo eyes. Torched cookie. Oh, there's still more shit on this floor, huh? Oh, buried shit. Pick that up. There you go. Alright. Looks like we're bringing the white boys. Okay. You need to, yeah, get over there. Yeah, get over there. Get over there. Get moving. Don't need you here. They got stuff on them, they're distracted. It's convenient. There's the yo-yo. Okay. And now, we wait. I want to make sure the white Pikmin get on it, because they're the fastest. I like how the red Pikmin can just, like, keep up with their speed. They're so fast. That's how speed works. Everybody just matches the speed of the fastest guy. There we go. Yo-yo in. Ugh. Fiery sling. What? 620. Okay. Having sentience to any of your inanimate objects is a scary thought. Is what I would say, but then there are some people... Oh, there's a Pokeball. But then Sakumogamis are what happens when an object lives long enough to get a soul, and then it's like you have an object with a soul, and if you treated it well, then, you know, you're in good. You could have your very own Kogassi. Okay, this arena is not good looking. It's probably a spider bite. Let me go over here. The tools say you're a pretty stand-up guy. That's why you gotta treat your old things nicely. I'm not fire immune, so I'm getting rid of these in case I fuck up. As long as I skirt the edges, I'm not in any danger. Wasn't treated badly though? Yes, but what I'm saying is that Sakumogamis are born from a long life, but they can, if they weren't treated well, then they come back with a vengeance. Motherfucker, are you made of crystal? I realize that 69 Pikmin is not a good idea to bring into this fight. Here, please. Woo! Double lower, please. Double lower. I fucked up. Ow! He's smoking. He's made of ice. It's kind of cool. Double lower, double lower, double lower. Game over. Scorch guard. Who saw that coming? Just pick it up. You know what this treasure is. You defeated the enemy giant spider. Once again, this beady long leg looks a little different. Looks like it contains the scorch guard that we found during your last visit. This planet's element seems much more dangerous, so this upgrade will be very useful. Yes. So think like medicine. Medicine's a Sakumogami, but she's kind of unique in a sense. Like she was born by her grudge, but also she was given life by like the poison, which is really kind of weird. But Sakumogami are like, they can be vengeful if they're mistreated. That's why Kogasa is very, you know, thermal armor. Kogasa always tells you to treat your tools well, and if you're done with them, to at least give them a respectful passing. Should appears to be specialized with a certain task. I remember it. It is fireproof. My newest upgrade, the flare guard. Still important explanation because fire has never been this hot. Okay. But if you were like, you know, if you treated your object really nicely and then it reached that age and it gained a soul and it, you know, it would like you because, you know, you did good by it. But most of the time these objects, they develop faster because of the vengeful. Because I'm pretty sure it takes 100 years for a Sakumogami to naturally obtain like its own form of sentience. Whereas something abandoned would just, you know, harboring strong feelings. Because that's how the fortune teller came back to life. Is he returned through a grudge. I don't know if that really applies to Sakumogamis though. That motherfucker kind of strong when you think about it. His whole plan was actually pretty neat. Like, his plan was to become yokai, to commit dead. And then, like, he would be complete, basically, when he came back. But in order to do that, he had to put his attachment to the world in the form of his fortune-telling book. And the way he went about it was he made a very accurate fortune-telling book. And he attached a bunch of scribbles to it that were ignored. And using the book, but like ignoring aspects of it like that, were allowed, you know, him to come back in the as a grudge. But what was important about that was that he still need, like, if he comes back like that, he's usually, the people who come back like that are usually just like angry. They're very pissed off. They're vengeful. But he had a complete control over his emotional state the entire time. Dude was locked in, had one goal, mind over matter. What a guy. And then Raymond was like, LOL. Don't care. Didn't ask. L. Motherfucker got ratioed. Not cool, buddy. Not cool. Oh, they fell down. But yeah, the fortune teller is actually, like, pretty interesting when you think of it like that. He managed to, all this time, he waited for someone to basically pick up that book and do his plan. But he had to do that while maintaining his own, like, mental faculties, so he didn't go, like, you know, he didn't go just empty skulled. Unga bunga caveman mode. Out of pure anger and vengeance. Oh, I'm gonna juice up. Get these boys over here. Honestly, I don't imagine the fortune teller would have really done anything. Like, he just kind of did that because he wanted, there was so much more he wanted to learn, but he was not going to live long enough to do it. So he did that. But I guess he broke the rules. And this is a conversation point that is never one that everybody agrees on. One of the most divided topics of Touhou, for sure. Me, personally, I think it's funny he got fucking capped. Intriguing, I detect lots of water below us. Not the lake, you dingus. I meant inside the cave. As you know, I'm an expensive piece of equipment, so I shall get myself damaged from not get myself damaged from water. Fine, I'll go into the cave with you two, but more behavior like this will be reported again. Okay. It's okay to break the rules as long as you're a cute girl. Yes, I know. I'm aware. You know how many war crimes cute anime girls commit on the daily in anime? It's fine, dude. And this is something that happens in real life too. Oh, we got the red coin mission, Noki Bay, red coin fish music. Look at these dumples. No matter what you do to dumples, you will never make them any better than this, huh? You'd have to make them swallow instantly. They ain't scary. Bitch made. Some people truly believe that if Kozusu became a yokai, Raymond would just fucking brain her instantly, no questions asked. But, you know, the whole cute girl thing swings both ways. Kozusu is a cute girl, that means she wouldn't be brained instantly. But, you know, she might die a dramatic death, maybe, or she won't. Who knows? You can speculate all you want, but the fact is it's not gonna happen, so speculation is pointless. Raymond wouldn't do that. Yes, Raymond would do that. Raymond would do that. Raymond wouldn't do that. Alright, these dumpies, get out of here. Fucking frog, dude. Get over here. Face me in battle. Olimar, you realize you're jeopardizing the mission by getting in my fucking way every time I try to run backwards, you piece of shit? I'm sure you do. Die. They can only eat 2 Pikmin at a time. They're not scary creatures. Okay. Could you imagine what would have happened if Kozuzu died at the end of Forbidden Scrollery? Holy shit. Aki will never die. The advancements of modern medicine have helped her live a longer, more fulfilling life. Aya said so. Aya said so. She's not going anywhere. Even Mizuchi's getting a redemption arc suddenly. You tell me the new chapter's out and I didn't know? I didn't know. Yeah? Well, shit. Well, of course, she's not gonna die, so she's gonna get some kind of weird redemption arc. You think she was gonna get killed, dude? We're this late in the game, you thought she was gonna die? You fool. Yeah, fall, bitch. That made sense. This is the lesser jelly float, but it's the color of the greater jelly float. Jelly belly. There's such a weird delay on that shake off. That one's got treasure. Oh, it's got a net ball. Or a lore ball. I like the lore ball. That's the one that Totodile was caught in. Okay. They teased her past a bit again. Well, we just found out in what I thought was the latest chapter what her past is. So now they're gonna explain it, and you know, and then she's gonna be one of the gang, right? To be honest with you, chat, if Mimaguchi died at the end of Forbidden Scrollery, I would be like, Poggies. Okay, I wouldn't say Poggies, but if she died, I'd be like, yeah, I guess you kind of deserve that, huh? Like, I don't have any sympathy for her. Her whole role in the series is to be a very angry ghost who just, like, try to get other people fucking killed. Like, just try to kill Rainbow the entire time. Kill her! Take her shoes. She'll need those. She won't need those when she's going. Wonder how many rules she broke? Okay, actually, you know what would be great? Is if at the end they were like, you're fine. And then Yukari just, like, fucking just snaps her in 2. Simply removes her from the entirety of the world. That'd be awesome. Or she just becomes Mima. What if at the very end, she's like, this isn't actually my true form. He fucking turns into Mima. A Mario coin. God, stuff like that. Please, subvert my expectations. Please. Oh, it's a star coin. Stellar token. Final stage boss of the game have done worse than Miyaguchi. Well, I mean, the thing is, what Miyaguchi's trying to do, she's not actually accomplishing, but if she got what she wanted, then Reimu would be killed. The other final bosses aren't trying to Reimu kill Reimu. Remy made mist because she wanted to go outside, or something like that. Yuko wanted to see under the tree. She even was officially sanctioned by old Yukari on that one, so, like, that's fine. Kaguya and Eren changed the moon because they didn't even know they were in Gensokyo, but they were trying to cover their own asses. Mountain of Faith is just new neighbors, and Reimu's going to see what's up. SA is a problem that was directly caused by Kaneko. So that one, yes, that one was a problem. But the thing is, that one never actually got off the ground. That was, there's a problem brewing, and we need to deal with it now. And then the characters go down there and stop it before it becomes a real issue. Kazuto was becoming stronger, and she had plans to do some bad things, but she never actually got through with, take through with them. And then 12 had no negative issue at all. It was just kind of happenstance, I guess. The protagonist got involved, and then they ended up involved in the whole unsealing Byakunin plot. And Byakunin's wasn't doing anything. And then Miko was just kind of, what's going on here? Oh, that's what's going on. Okay, we're gonna fight now. 14 was, what's going on here? Oh, that's going on here. That motherfucker killed 2 of my Pikmin because none of them could figure out how to attack. I love Pikmin. I love them. They're my favorite creatures. I can't control how they act. Just get the cup. Get the cup. Junko didn't do anything wrong. Okina kinda did something to fuck with Gensokyo, but she gets a pass because she's a sage. Ooh. But even then, it was like more of a display of her power to be like, hey, I'm here, so better watch your fucking back. Chalice of Renewal. More than anything. 17 was not anything related to Gensokyo at all, actually. In fact, the plot of 17 is kind of, like, confusing in a lot of places because it's so uninvolved. Tall 18's plot is just kind of cards. 18 and then 19's plot is kind of serious, but also, like, nothing's actually going to amount to it because Zamu is Miss Perfect Plan, dance on the palm of my hand. Junko could have gotten the Earth wiped out. You know, yes, actually, that's true. If Junko's plans were actually going to succeed and the moon knew they were going to succeed, they would have taken Gensokyo as their second lunar capital, as much as they didn't want to. And according to Zun in an interview, when he was asked about that, so like Sagame didn't, like the reason Lunarians couldn't take the Gensokyo because Sagame didn't actually, like, she had planned to abandon that plan to begin with. That was not a plan. And the interviewer was like, so what if they actually did plan to take over Gensokyo? His reply was, oh, they'd be able to ease peasy. Get out of the fucking way! That's coming over here. You are such... Move! I hate you. I hate you. Get the fuck away from me. You're terrible at this game. Go fuck yourself. You, come here. Go ahead. Consume. You're not gonna kill my Pikmin, because I got you pinned down on the wall. That's fine. I keep trying to walk backwards, and I can't walk backwards, because the stupid asshole is just in my way. That's so annoying. Alright. So yes, if Junko's plan was actually going to succeed, which it wouldn't because Lunarians never lose anyway. So that's kind of where we're at with this conversation, is the idea that if Lunarians could actually lose, then they'd be in a situation where they wouldn't lose, which is kind of like doesn't work, you know? Oh, Junko wins, Lunarians lose? That's okay, because Lunarians always win anyway, so they'll just take Gensokyo without any real issue. But if they could do that, then they wouldn't have lost to Junko. Well, you see how this goes? You see how this conversation creates an infinite loop of stupidity? That's what I like to call solid character writing. The characters can never lose because I said so. Lunarian number 1. That's right, ancient Chinese technology. We use wooden rifles and bayonets, and we are unfucking stoppable. Lunarian number 1. Man. It's probably, you don't really see the Lunarians very much. I don't think it's because they're not popular. I really don't. Because I don't think Zun's ever done anything like that based on popularity. But there is a very real possibility that Lunarians are just difficult to write for because they're the kind of character who just always has to win. And they're not the protagonist. So they're not even remotely interesting when they get involved. Because them getting involved guarantees, like, whatever side they're on is going to win. And that's already been shown through Silent Center and Blue. It's already been stress tested. So Lunarians can never truly get involved in anything because if they do, there's not actually any story or interesting story that can come of it. Which is a shame if you really like those characters. And it's some great information to hold on to if you really don't. Yeah, get over here, Jelly Boy. If Flandre coming back in 17.5 was due to popularity, then why the fuck did it take nearly 20 years for her to come back? Think about that real quick. Flandre's inclusion in 17.5 and CDS is relevant because her abilities are actually relevant. And also, CDS is just full of characters reappearing, which is nice. But I like that he actually used her abilities, and her abilities were important. Instead of just, because her ability is just crush. Kill everything. Ease peasy. That's a hard ability to write for, too. How the fuck do you write for a character who can just, like, put your balls in her jaws? I mean, her palms. And then just crunch, and then you explode. And it doesn't matter if you're, like, Stan from down the road or Slifer the Sky Dragon. You're fucking dead. Like, it doesn't matter. So how do you write for a character like that? Well, you create enemies where only her ability can actually, like, do anything to. And Yuma's greeded out form was one of them. And this Miyaguchi bitch was another, I guess. I want you to pulp her. Depending on how a character's personality is how difficult it is to include them. Stronger characters who are just kind of strong are harder to work with because, you know, they're just kind of strong, I guess. I don't really know how to explain it. Characters who are inherently social and outgoing are easier to write for because they mix well with characters. Marissa's a great character because she's basically the audience surrogate. She's the character who's there through the entirety of it and just goes, what? Huh? What? I don't get it. Because that's exactly how it feels to be a fan of Touhou 90% of the time. So she's there to be a surrogate to us. And also she's, you know, she's fun to watch. She's a hard worker. You like to see her succeed because you know the amount of time and effort she puts in to be as strong as she does. She's very modest. I'm not breaking that wall, actually. She's very modest about that. You know what, Olimar? You can just eat that. Fascinating. Is Olimar dying? Did he throw Olimar over the wall? Yes, he did. Please cease this. Oh, please cease this. Oh, please cease this. Let go of me. He flies. There's a totally Bloister in the way of the wall, dude. Marissa's red eyes was never explained, huh? It was teased, shown off, implied to be something relevant, and then it just didn't matter. I wonder what that was about. But yeah, no, I've talked about Aya before in this capacity. Aya is a character who is very easy to include in things because of her personality and profession. She's a character who is designed to get in there and bother people. So of course, she can do well with other characters. But some characters don't mesh too well with others, or they're just kind of like abrasive in general, and they're hard to write real dialogue for. And characters who have specific tropes to them can also be kind of annoying to work with because of those tropes. Sagame is a good example. Characters, I think, that are very strong for no real reason, but don't really feel responsible for the state of Gensokyo, are hard to include. I don't know how to begin this attack. So, Yukari is obviously a character who's known to be really powerful. But Yukari is also a character who is shown to be very relevant to whenever something is going on in Gensokyo. So despite her power level, she'll show up when things are serious, and it makes sense. But a character like Yuka, who is just as, if not more powerful in some capacity to Yukari, is not going to show up nearly as much because Yuka just doesn't seem to give a shit. She doesn't care as much. It's not her responsibility to any capacity. She's just a character who's really strong, so she's hard to just kind of include. Alright, Mr. Bloister. What? Yeah. Come here. Oh. I'm not scared of this enemy, but he is... a little annoying. But he is a bar of soap. Okay, please tell me you're gonna walk the long way because that pathway's not open. Can I be in the jelly spotters now? There's treasure over there, isn't there? Motherfucker. Alright. Soap on a rope. People speculate that Residus are possessed by Tamino no Mai or Tamino is involved in the black market game. I didn't see any speculation. Other than the idea that maybe she became a yokai. And then there were some people who were like, no! That didn't happen! She became Red Eye support, just like Yomu and Sakuya. The Red Eye's Black Daze. I think color is shifting. Has anyone ever drawn Marissa as the Dark Magician? That'd be kind of cool, actually. Smiled soap. There is the treasure by that jellyfish. Shit, I got some work to do then. Alright, we're going around the long way. There's a Bloister stuck in the corner. Okay. As far as other characters go, it really is a matter... Sometimes it really just boils down to what the creator likes, like for fan stuff, obviously. Like, if you like a character and you want a character to be included, then go for it. Well, that actually worked out better than the alternative. But there are some characters who are kind of a bitch to work with. Just because of their... Like, Eiki's probably not that bad, but Eiki's a character who feels like she kind of has one role that she's put in 99% of the time. Okay, well, I'm glad my camera decided to freak the fuck out because I couldn't get behind the wall. My ear is itchy. I'm dying. Squirtle? Squirtle, my ear! Oh! Ah. Okay, I'm good. A lot of characters in Touhou are strong by design because they're limited by the rules of the world. This is a fucking clusterfuck. Do this one at a time, I guess. Right, Olimar's in the fucking way again. You get him. That's why, like, the characters need to have a reason and a motivation to act on things. A character like Sakuya, she doesn't act of her own volition 90% of the time. However, Touhou 14 was a time where she did do that. Her knife was, like, possessed, and she was just kind of followed along with it. Get over here, you shitlord. But for the most part, whenever she's included in something, it's because Remy was like, Sakuya! And then Sakuya's like, yeah, I got it. That tends to be what happens for them. Holy shit, the boys moved all the way to the hallway. Alright, that was certainly a venture. But it's okay, because now I can break the wall, because the boys are the fucking way. Yomu's kind of similar. Raisin's also similar. They're basically sent out by the stronger characters to go do shit. And then they get to do shit. Because the stronger characters don't go out and do it themselves. Because they have people for that. And that's kind of the important distinction. If Remy wants to go out and do something, she can, but she doesn't want to, so she just delegates. And all of the important yokai delegate to their underlings. Which is why the underlings are the characters you get to play as. Because it's all about delegation. Sakuya, go do that. Yomu, go do that. Reisen, go do that. Yes, ma'am. Sanai, go do that. Yes, ma'am. You see the common link? Reimu is like, I gotta go do this. It's my job. And Marissa's like, seems interesting. I'm gonna go do this. And then one time I was like, this seems interesting. I'm gonna go do this too. And that's kind of how the protagonists tend to work. But again, in 14, Sakuya acted on her own, because that incident was basically very unknown to the greater population of Gensokyo. Her knife got possessed, and she was like, the fuck? And just followed it. Followed it out. Did Raisin go out in 15 on her own? No. Not even remotely. Everybody got sent out by Eren, because Eren is Miss Perfect. Flawless plan. Eee. Fascinating. Trying to get penile on his ass. There was one time where Yomu actually set out on her own to learn, and that was in Silent Center in Blue and Runegate, where like she was asking questions and Yuko basically told her to go figure it out herself or something, but not really like that. Nice camera change. This boss is very, very easy. Fucking stop doing that with the camera. Dude, keep the camera where it is, please. I beg you. This is the hard part of the boss fight, is this fucking camera. But yeah, you can trivialize the shit out of this boss by just doing this. Yeah. Dunzo. Gooey boy. And the key. Okay. Yoma was told to go be a free thinker, so she went out to Korindo and and went to find some books. Nice teamwork. That force is quite the challenge. No, it wasn't. The camera was. Especially with our purple Pikmin. What? Inside of his cryptic object, still not sure what the thing means. It's collected anyways, perhaps with a small fortune. So she set out to learn about the rocket. So she went to Corindo, then she went to the library, and Patchy was like... Patchy knew she was there, and just kind of, you know, made her tea. Had Saki make her some tea. But Yomu set on a quest to understand herself. But other than that, well, actually 13 is something, this key. But she also kind of got sent out by Yuyuko to a certain extent. This object appears to unlock something to our benefit, but I'm struggling to identify where. I recognize a foreign signal identifying influence far away. It sends a message. It's confusing. I'll still read it to you. Challenge mode 2. Challenge mode 2, the sequel. Yeah, I don't understand it, but hopefully it's some application. We'll name this apparently worthless device. This key. This key. Okay. Yomo is a little bit more of a free thinker in that capacity than Raisin and Sakuya are. But make no mistake, she's still pretty much at the whims of whatever the fuck Yuko says, which is just the name of the game for the servant life. But that's okay because I'm sure she's happy. She'd be chopping shit up. All right. So here's what we're gonna do next. There was a poison fence. I think. Let me see. Iceberg Cavern. There's a poison fence. I'm gonna get to work on that. Ugh. And then I'll get Louis to explore whatever's required, the rest of the blue Pikmin. Come along, team. The water is not being drained, so we're taking a long way around. Free your mind. If characters just want to chill and they don't have a reason to go out and do something, they won't be involved in a game's plot. They'll only get involved if it's directly affecting them, or if the incident in question just so happens to be nearby where they live. Which is kind of how, it's kind of the flow of it. Usually how it works. I do like I like Murasa's inclusion in 17.5 because Murasa knows about the Hell of Blood pools. That's where she was before the geyser erupted and freed her. So she was familiar with that area and such. So her going back there was like, it wasn't just random. She actually had familiarity with it. And it was cool they picked her. Jun and Xion were looking for a get-rich-quick scheme with oil, which is fucking perfect for those two. Kaneko was checking on what was going on, the issues underground because the reactor is down there as well. Like, all the characters had reasons to act. And then obviously Flandre was because Okina for the whole Yuma situation. And then Marissa and Reimu, you know? Marissa and Reimu. So the character inclusions all made sense, but there's always like a gag character. I'd say the gag character in that game is definitely Jun and Xion and Jun. Because Marissa and Reimu don't really succeed in doing much of anything. Marasa kinda does. Kaneko gets the gist of what's going on, and then Flandre is ultimately the problem resolver. But Jun and Xion are literally just there because they're looking to make a quick buck. The fighting games do something similar. Although, to be honest with you, I didn't really like how Kokoda was the main antagonist, so to speak, of 13.5. But she kind of just got thrown into the what do you call it? She got thrown into one of the side whatever chapters as an in-between. Because the fighting games have these little mini chapters essentially between the main stuff that more or less get this bear. more or less just kind of act as a breather. Like, Kokodo's, I think both of Kokodo's stories were completely irrelevant to the main plot of the game. 7. You're not gonna walk into the frog, are you? You probably will. But if I don't look at the frog, it doesn't exist, right? What's going on over here? Yeah. What's happening in this cave? Okay. Brr, I detect a bone-chilling cold coming out from this cave below. Bet my teeth would be chattering if I had them. I also took some strong beasts located below. To get through this cave, you two will need excellent teamwork and dedication to purpose. I detect a royal presence at the bottom of this cave. Please enter well prepared. Ooh. Frozen subterranean. Ooh, everything but electricity. Seems good, seems good. Oh no, they were not going to the frog. I'm a little afraid of that creature. What does this do? Well, I have to wait for the purple fence anyway. I got this. Does Tori do anything important in the fighting games? I don't remember. I'm pretty sure she doesn't, though. I think most of her contributions to the fighting game is just her running the stall and running into people. I can afford to do this just because I'm still waiting for the white Pikmin on the other side anyway. And I'd rather this thing be dead because whatever the thing is attached to, I think was on the other side of the white Pikmin's fence. Sounds like they're done. Doesn't matter. What I wouldn't give for the power glove, dude. What I wouldn't give for the power glove. Yeah. 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 All right. Is there buried treasure up there? There is. There's a hole over there as well, but there's no way to cross it. Only blue Pikmin can get over here. Let's see. Oh no, I detect a certain figure present in this cave. Please do not make me enter. Okay, okay, stay calm. What are reasons we should go into here? There might be great worth. Yeah, let's not go in there. I'm going in there. You cannot stop me. I've got a full lay of the land now. Here's what I must do. I'm surprised that worked. We're doing a creature swap. Okay. I forgot that they were... I forgot that they were like that. Alright, whatever. I'll just get the... I can just get the caves next day. Okay. Just have to get back up there. Which I think it might be more beneficial if I do throw my Pikmin up there. Because I don't think I can get up here without blues anyway, so... Stay up there, boys. Stay up there. Don't slip. Don't slip. Don't slip. Where's my speed shows? Okay. The 2 remaining caves here. I'll do them. I can do them today. I think I can do them today. Yeah, going up here. We're using our problem-solving skills. Yeah. Well, there wasn't even a purpose to this. Yeah, don't do that. Ah! It's all right. They're getting the work. They're getting the work on it. Okay. Okay. They're getting it. They're getting it. They're getting it. They got quite a ways to travel for it, so we'll just do the 2 caves after, so I don't have to like stress test this. There's also a piece over here that I forgot to grab in the water. So let's snag this while we wait. Okay. It's okay. They're not gonna do anything foolish like walk into that frog. Nah, no foolish behavior here. Actually, if I bring it down with blue Pikmin, they'd probably get... No, I think white Pikmin are probably just faster by default for carrying. Okay. Oh yeah, they're already on the way. Okay, got the piece. Okay. What was I talking about, chat? Characters. How would you say? Yeah, characters, because of the nature of Gensokyo itself, a lot of characters just kind of faff about. They don't really give a shit, right? Or they're just weak yokai in general and they can't do anything about it. So that's a bit of an unfortunate trade-off. I know damn, they're fast. It's a little unfortunate just because, like, Flaming Essence. Even though the whole idea of it, with the spell card rules and whatnot, there is still treasure above ground. Even with the idea of spell card rules, so like everybody can stand on equal footing with everyone, there's still quite significant power gaps, and it doesn't really work quite as you want it to. Like, okay, so sure, because of the spell card rules, fairies can challenge somebody like Reimu, who's, like, you know, known to be super good at the game. But that doesn't mean they're gonna beat her. It just means they're not gonna get Hakurei cheesed. But they're still gonna get cheesed because Reimu's innate ability to just get out of the way is bullshit. So there's that. Okay, there's still treasure somewhere that I need to find. What did I miss? More buried treasure? So it's cool in theory. It's cool in theory, but it doesn't fully work out the way it should. You know what? I bet it's where that submerged castle is. I didn't really pay attention to the radar when I was up here. If it gets like middle, then yes, it's in one of these guys. Yes, it is. Yeah. Okay. Good to know. Okay. The whole point of the spell card rules is so you know, humans and yokai can still have conflict, but it's not like life or death. But also the rules of the game make it so anybody can play, and you can challenge anyone. So even like a character like Yukari, who's obviously like super bullshit with her abilities, still has to play by the rules. So theoretically, if you're better at the game than her, you can beat her. And a character like Mei Ling, who is, you know, she's not very good at Danmaku, but she's an incredibly talented and skilled martial artist. So, like, if you fought her and if hand-to-hand, you probably get your ass kicked. But because she has to play by spell card rules, she feels like an inferior... She feels a bit inferior to some other characters. Chat, I have to pee real quick, so I'll be right back. I made a huge fucking profit. Shit. I'm rich. I love it. Bonjour. Any juicers? Alright. So, here's something I was just thinking about. Like, characters when they have a lot to work with. Great job getting the first few thousand Pokos. The beginning is always the hardest part. You must tell me all about your new treasures when you get back to Hocotate. The hardest part, or when characters have a lot to work with, you have a lot of material, but sometimes characters don't have much to work with and you have to get creative. But depending on what the character is, you can kind of like, it's kind of a blessing. I'll talk more after I look through all of this, so prepare yourself. The hairy Bulborbs have evolved into quite formidable beasts since the last visit. Their pink fur looks quite pretty. I must admit, I think the pink fur lets them be more resistant to the poison found in white Pikmin, making combat against these creatures even more challenging. Even worse, they seem to have significantly increased in population, which only benefits my research and not my life. How cute, the snow Bulborbs turned into pink Bulborbs. I wish I could safely take one home as a pet, but they still want to kill me. What a shame. I'd like to bring a lot of species back to Hocotate, but I stopped paying for life insurance to help the president's debt. I hope my wife doesn't read that. The icy environments where these critters are found and are even colder than before, making it harder for me to think or move. These spaces protect me from the cold, most of the cold, but I definitely can still feel some of it. I wonder how the Pikmin feel in the cold. They don't seem to be affected, but that might just be because they're more tough than I am. Wait, I'm tougher than a carrot. This one's cool. I like the blue fire. I was in shock when I saw one of these for the first time. Blue flames are exceptionally rare and exceptionally dangerous on planet Hocotate, so I knew it would be bad news for my Pikmin and I. Fortunately, the red Pikmin are extremely heat resistant, even withstanding the extreme heat from this creature. This evolved form of the fiery Bulblash is likely hot enough to melt the ship. Really hope that doesn't actually do any damage to the ship. Being stranded again is the last thing I want. I wouldn't wish that on anyone besides him. You know, Olimar is not actually this much of a jerk to Louie. Louie actually like says that he kind of likes Olimar because Olimar's the only person who never got like mad at him for when he screwed up. Olimar's a very patient and good man. This mod is propaganda. It makes Olimar seem like he hates Louie. The water dumples have taken a dark green hue this time, perhaps as an attempt to camouflage better with more grassy scenery. Regardless, they've increased speed and aggression since the last visit. It appears it's have ties to the Bulborb family, but I'm not sure if it's evolving to be closer or further from them. Either way, they're evolving to give me a hard time. How cruel. Emerald Glinty. Now these critters are awesome. Their whole body is covered with glittery emerald crystals, simply beautiful. And if I was able to take some crystals myself, this debt would be child's play. These bugs are even more nimble than before, so I have to be fast with my Pikmin so I can collect the nectar and spray droplets. From gold to emerald color, their high rarity remains Xerox. These guys sometimes feel like they're going metal detecting, and they're the jackpot. This guy's cool. The blowhog that once removed the flowers of Pikmin now can breathe fire. Sometimes I think the world's out to get me. What did I do to deserve this? Well, I did leave my wife and children for a month, but it was for my job. Anyways, this pesky blowhog is actually a threat to my Pikmin. Just being around this thing makes me feel like it's hotter in the area. I'm glad it's not too big or my life would be in some great danger. Okay. Swooping. Another creature that changed the green color and lives in a more green environment. Still one of the few creatures unable to kill Pikmin, but that doesn't mean it doesn't make me want to tear one of my hairs out. Why can't they just stand still? These Pikmin can't be planted on every surface. Some are unsuitable for sprouts. At least these guys can pick their captains up, but I guess that's the job for a different Stitch Bug. Hopefully a Stitch Bug Hydra that picks everything up never arises. They can kill Pikmin if they're on those floors with the bottomless pits. Plasma Jelly Float. The Plasma Jelly Float is a new variant of the Jelly Float species, and it's incredibly stretchy. It also possesses a beautiful gradient of color on its body, which may be a tool used to attract prey. The jelly floats have evolved to gain extra space on their body, letting them suck up more Pikmin. The plasma jelly float's light and thin body allows them much more quickly, meaning it's a real threat to my Pikmin. This jelly float has star-shaped markings on its body instead of the characteristic spots. It must have come straight from outer space. These massive jellyfish are able to suck up tons of Pikmin at once, so I have to be careful to keep some with me so I can free them. This large jelly float now has light blue accents on top of its light pink body. Quite aesthetically pleasing color scheme, helps reinforce their aquatic habitat. It may be confused prey thinking it's a plasma jelly float. These star jelly floats are very strong and very cool. Tell about the sound effect. Venom Dweevil. In contrast to most other creatures, these Dweevils have actually gotten weaker over time. They've been infected and now spew out darker poison. Despite their weakening, they still manage to be annoying by walking swiftly to steal the treasure I'm trying to collect. The safest strategy I found to remove the treasures from their body is to punch it off myself. But throwing Pikmin from directly under the Dweevil is equally viable strategy. Once the treasure is off, I can lure it to pick up an enemy corpse that doesn't need to be collected. At least these bugs have no weapons against the captains. Man, the candy pop buds don't register unless you use them. It's just not gonna happen. I have noticed something strange about the skin of the Bloisters. It is now a light blue color. But even more intriguing, the moving patterns of it sometimes disappears with dark lighting. This light sensitivity of their skin is something I would love to study more, but they are still hostile creatures, meaning that conducting research is likely to cause more harm than good. I will be eagerly taking more notes on the behavior of Bloisters as they continue to change and evolve. And you know what's funny? There's one single one of these in the entirety of Pikmin 2. Like, one. And it's got a treasure in it, so you have to kill it. But this creature, despite them being 5 or 4 or whatever, yeah, there's 5 in the Piclopedia. There's only 1 ever at a given time. They're not very scary. It's just like, what? Bay Wollywog. I have found this Wollywog often lounging in large bodies of water, so I shall rename the species to the Bay Wollywog. The blue color appears to be its attempt to camouflage, but most of the water on this planet doesn't appear blue at all, which is quite odd. For example, the water in the Bay of the Golden Coast is green, and I suspect there was a leak of an infection from the Forgotten Factory. What factory? However, the waters in the Audible Valley are crystal clear. One strategy I developed for these Wollywogs is to approach them from behind, as they can only see me head on. By the time they realize the danger, I'll have already ordered my Pikmin to defeat the Wollywog. Doesn't work like that, Olimar. Unmarked spectralids. Must I call these butterflies the unmarked spectralids despite not ever seeing marked spectralids? Well, I'm a captain, not a philosopher. Maybe after all my adventuring is over with, I can refine my creatures' names and notes and rate them in a time limit. Can't be good. Rating them on a time limit can't be good for my paycheck, but it's what I find passionate. Isn't that what life's all about? Finding what you like doing? I hope the president agrees with me. Glow stem. Glow stems can come in red and green berries. They both tend to grow in non-standard environments, like metal places. They sometimes light up all on their own and sometimes require contact to start glowing. These are classified as plants, but it's an all-metal object really a plant? Oh, it's a fucking... It's a light. Oh. I guess I'm a dumbass. I haven't seen it grow at all. I didn't realize that was a piece of metal. Thought it was like a mushroom. Whoops. I thought it was like a glow cap. Corrupted fiddlehead. I'm not sure what happened here. The fiddleheads used to be a soft green color, but it appears they have some DNA mutation. These thrive in some eerie and otherworldly areas and caves, and I want no part of the events that may have brought them to this planet. Crystal longlegs. Crystals have been able to form on Old Beatty here due to the combination of moisture and icy particles floating around in the air. Additionally, this arachnorb is much more aggressive and stomps around significantly faster in an attempt to defend itself from Pikmin. Defend itself? The tall orb makes this creature challenging to fight, giving yellow Pikmin the spotlight. I wonder if glowcaps are related to this arachnorb, as they share similar traits such as the snowy habitat and blue coloration. Ranging Bloister. Why is he up there? The slimy creature is a larger version of the toady Bloister. This one is much more hostile and loves to charge straight at its captains. What's funny is that it tries to mask who it's targeting by emitting gray light, but the color on its eyes and tails does not change even when it targets a leader. However, even when you know what it's doing, its large mouth easily scoops up more than half a dozen Pikmin at once. Despite the danger, we can abuse the behavior calibrating its tracking, and during that time between targets, it can't eat Pikmin. In the small window of time, I can sneak around the back and attack the weak tail. Yeah, it's very easy. Treasure baby! Create the lore. Canonically, this cookie is just darker, but I say it's burnt. After all, it was in contact with blue flames. Not only is this cookie nearly impossible to crack, it's almost black from the fire and heat that were present in the cave we discovered this in. It can't be edible, so I'm considering a reclassification to distinguish it from edible pastries. Diamond. 216 has more overall buried treasures than vanilla, and you have to be very careful when designing sublevels with them. The player must have white Pikmin in their party, so I must either place poison in the cave or include ivory candy pops in the prior floor. Designing around buried treasures is not something that immediately comes to mind, so it's crucial to remember when modding caves. Every day at night, I shed a tear for my family I can't get back to. The scale puzzle was added over a full year after the area's creation. I had to have some overworld puzzles. I mean, the Pikmin don't even need to go up to actually hit that. This red jewel was dug up from a tall tree stump in the Audible Valley. Just like the environment, this gem is an utmost beauty. My daughter would light up with joy if I gave it to her. Wait, why does it have to be a hypothetical? This will be a good for Christmas. Something I've seen a lot of mods mess up is treasure weight. Mainly they have to actually make sense given size and density of the treasure. Big treasures can be light if it makes sense in context. This flower isn't heavy at all. This plant is very tough and icy. Until I warmed my knife up, I was unable to make an incision. After slicing out small pieces, I was greeted to a chilly delight. Despite the bitter cold, the taste is not one to forget. Put spectacular objects inside even more spectacular creatures. Create mini stories everywhere you can. This doll coin has a peculiar design on the front of it. The thing's plastic though, so I doubt we'll be able to sell it for too much. The coin is one of the few things on this planet that I can carry, as not much to the smaller light. Hopefully I will never have to carry things. It's $200 and it's 8. Please play challenge mode. It took me around 100 hours to make it, and it has new music and caves found nowhere else. Some of my best work is in challenge mode, and I worry not many people will find it. Well, I probably will. As long as I don't have to perfect it, I'll play it. This odd gold device appears to be a large key. The only use we've encountered so far is being an interdimensional phone, capable of receiving messages from alternate dimensions. We found this inside of a massive blue bloister, surprisingly still shiny. More than a year after its first creation, I redid this boss arena, and it turned out to be one of my favorites, and embraced the theme of the cave better as well, having elements of fire and ice, not just ice due to the alternating floors. Ironically, we found this fire-resistant suit in a cavern of fire and ice. I guess there was nothing explicitly icy that could harm us. Not yet, anyway. I'm used to the cold on Hokote, but extreme heat is quite foreign to me. Anyone down for a game of shogi? No. I made a separate add-on model for the Autumnal Valley in order to preserve the pretty materials. Since you spawn on higher land, it's crucial to control where you can go. I added several ramps to prevent captains from getting stuck, which would have forced a day end. There was also originally a ramp up to the Essence of Rage before I added the block puzzle. This tablet has an odd pattern labeled that I do not recognize. Considering the other symbolism present in the nature of Autumnal Valley, this tablet has a deeper meaning I'm missing. Its location is also an oddity, just sitting in the ring of bamboo at the top of the lake. Yeah, I guess it was. The 3 lakeside treasures in the Autumnal Valley are all made of wood, and I did this to capture the feeling of autumn. Tying this in with the Usidai was also fun. Talk about the wood bear. There's a wooden statue was watching over Autumnal Valley's lake. This is Mayumi. Not Mayumi. Perhaps as an agent of some kind sent by Mother Nature with the purpose to watch over her land. It's just speculation, but these landscapes are simply beautiful. I'd want to protect them too. It's me! This is my favorite treasure because bears are very cool. I changed it to be worth 500 Pokos when I wrote this entry because bias, fun. Similarly to the wooden watcher, I believe this is the watch agent created by Mother Nature to guard this lake. This carving lacks precise detail, but sometimes simplicity is key. This statue looks fantastic for what it needs to do. Hang on, is it looking at me? Perhaps this carving has an even greater role in the world than I initially speculated. Vanilla never really had anywhere that had the vibe of this treasure, but I was able to create a kind of underwater city with frogs. Those guys are very important, trust me. If we find any smaller versions of this object, I bet my daughter would love to wear them on her ears. It doesn't have quite the shine other gemstones have, but sometimes simplicity is key. There are only a few sub-levels that maintain all vanilla assets, but they all have their reasons. For instance, the snow sub-levels in the Iceberg Cavern don't need to be anything else to fit the cave theme. If anything, they actually need this to be simple. I need to be this simple. For years on end, we've tried different objects to top our tree, but we put up during Christmas season. The star is a fantastic option this year. For the lens, it was originally going to still be inside of a dwarf orange bulborb just with a lower Poke value. This was meant as a little joke to my speedrunner friends, as in the speed run for Vanilla Pikmin 2. This treasure is super random, but after changing the floor a few times, making it be in a special spawn location was the best decision. Okay. Looking through the lens, I can see everything, even the tears of past explorers on this planet. Mainly to fit challenge mode, I changed the colors of the marbles to match the color of bulborbs. However, for the main story, it doesn't work well at all. Such passion in this object, yet it's just a marble. This planet has some new energy that I don't quite understand. Spread your buried treasures out. Notice how this cave has 2, one with poison and one with fire. If most floors only had one type of Pikmin, something's gone wrong. Only need one type of Pikmin, something's gone wrong. Of course, some early game caves can have exceptions, but the Iceberg Cavern marks the start of the middle game in my opinion. Learn to manage red and white Pikmin. This round stone has a flame pattern on it. It's still cold to the touch, meaning the artist behind this was getting a little ambitious with their drawings. We found it a very hot cavern, so perhaps somebody left it here on purpose. Since bloisters bubble and dissolve when they die, it fits for one of them to drop the soap. I consider making the soap the same light blue color, but I don't think that's important. Placed in water, this bar releases tons of bubbles. Have fun. My kids will have a blast. I tried to taste the bubbles, but they were less than pleasant. Olimar, what are you doing eating fucking soap, dude? What are you doing? There's no special location painted blue to place this thing, but there's nothing wrong with putting it in the sewer. There are more planned sewer floors, but when I reworked Area 4, it left several floors with unique music. I think it makes some floors more special. Deep underground in the sewage complex, we found some treasure. Among them was this can of blue paint, which I feel a strange connection to. The contents are highly colorful, and it doesn't like to go away, even when washed with soap. April Fools, here I come. It's a cup, simple yet effective. This chalice can hold an astounding amount of liquid. I've been using it sporadically for a quick little energy boost for while I'm tuckered out from exploring. Being a captain sure is tough work. I don't know what I would do without that boost. It fills me up for days on end. Since I don't have to, you get to BS some lore about how the jelly floats can consume some modern objects like this one. This metal object shape was ideal for the extraction of very large fruits like the ones we found on this planet. Surprisingly enjoyable, so you should get your friends and family together to juice your fruits. Over 160 notes are in the past, so it's natural that I forget what I wrote for all of them. Well, if I haven't already talked about the sewer cave, I will now. It came from the scrapped winter mod I had, and its wintry texture, wintry due to how the texture of the snow brick wall inverted, but 8 times as tall. Talk about a technicality. This large plastic object appears similar to a clamshell, but it definitely is inanimate. The materials at the bottom is commonly used for towels back on Hoku tape, which might be the only selling point this plastic thing has. Luxurious capsule. I replaced the almond chocolate for this because I couldn't see how it could fit anywhere. It was a good choice, I'd say. This capsule has a ton of extra patterns and rings on the exterior shell. It's likely designed for monsters more important than me. Perhaps their weakness was their vanity. I like this ball because it's pretty. This is a Jun ball. It's the only thing she'll throw. Hey, it kind of blends in with the grate. This is another one of those lazy Pokeballs for filler. The pattern on the outer shell appears to be designed with the trapping of winged creatures in mind. I'd love to be able to use one of these things. Snitch bugs make me want to quit this dang job sometimes, and locking them up would make me feel a lot better. They deserve it. Looking back, the lure ball was definitely a little forced, but I really don't like the milk tub. The milk tub sucks, but the lure ball is cool. Too late. This capsule has a thin layer. The milk tub, by the way, is like the little fucking sauce packet. This capsule has a thin layer of plastic surrounding the shell, which makes it able to float in water. I believe this may have been used to capture creatures that dwell in the water, such as water dumples or wogpoles. Alright, here we go. Luxury ball is really expensive. It's 3,000 per one. We got Frozen Subterrane and Haunted Crypt. So chat, we're gonna do Frozen Subterrane first, and then we're gonna head to the Haunted Crypt. So, it had everything but poison. So we're gonna take 20, 40, 40. Okay. Haunted Crypt is gonna require all blue Pikmin. Those caverns tend to have restrictions on them that force you to bring only blue Pikmin and then solve it as you go. Man, I landed here today and I'm gonna like clean the whole area out. Guys? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Motherfucker, he slipped, broke his neck. He's dead, Jim. Now, you might be wondering where I'm going. And the answer is, I forgot. So, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go over to this wall, and we're gonna throw my Pikmin over it, and then we're gonna walk over there. Oh, fun. The entry point is in water, so I could walk over with my blue Pikmin, but at this point I'm committed to the bit. Alright, see you on the other side, boys. What's that? Go to sunset? After all, why shouldn't I? I've worked hard today. At least, there's no reliance on purples right now. Okay. Whatever works, right? We're going in. Frozen Subterrane. Can't see, Captain. Alright, so what I was saying, chat, earlier. There's a lot of characters. There are characters who get a lot of additional lore throughout the series in one way, shape, or form. Kogasa, Mystia, those are pretty prime examples, I think. But, like, sometimes characters just have... Sometimes characters just have a lot of innate lore built into their, like, omake. Which I think is always pretty impressive. But early on, it wasn't like that. So, like, the omake for the earlier characters... earlier meaning, like, basically EOSD. I mean, that's why Quackmon Daios, they don't have names. There's very little to go off on there. But then, and then right away in PCB, we get the huge fucking backstory. We get the huge backstory with what's going on in the Saigyo Ayakashi and the omakes there. Which is just like, oh, okay. So immediately, like, things were decided like that to be presented with that. And then more characters, especially the Stage 6 bosses, they just started having massive... Oh, shit. Hands on deck. Hands are on deck. Yeah. Like Byakuren show, there's so much, those omakes are huge. But then with like earlier game characters, their omakes are much smaller. But in EOSD's case, there's really not a whole lot to go off of. So there's a lot of creativity you can kind of take with that. And depending on a character's personality, it can be easier or harder to actually just kind of throw them in somewhere. So Rumia, I think, is a good example, because Rumia, as you know, is a very popular character for no real discernible reason. But she doesn't have any real specific lore to her other than speculation as what's going on with the ribbon. But people like her, people use her and whatnot. But when you think about what Rumia does personality-wise, she's really easy to throw in there. She's a goober. She's a goober. She's got a big smile on her face. She likes to chew on things. She likes eating meat. She's silly. So it's like, okay, I have a story and the tone is not serious, and I need a character who's not particularly strong and not, just to fill the comedy role. And then right there, Rumia, perfect for the punchline. You're not gonna be writing anything that's like, oh shit, we're having a battle, hardcore battle, and Ruma's gonna be there. But I feel like the majority of Touhou, like, fan works are more comedy-centric, slice-of-life-centric anyway. So characters like Rumia always have more potential to show up because their general personality is better suited for said genre. But then there are also characters who kind of work for both. I think it plays a part in why Yomu is as popular as she is because Yomu is the perfect character to fill any real role you want. You're doing a serious story, Yomu's right there. She's got a sword, swing first, ask questions later. That's how she operates. But also, if you're doing like a goofy story, Yomu is still right there, and she is the goofiest character in the world if you want her to be. And it doesn't feel like forced for her. I think that's the most important part about it. Is obviously you can just put whatever character you want in a story. It's your story. But if you're including a character, then you want them to be accurate to the character. And Yomu's a character who can fulfill both roles pretty seamlessly without it feeling strange. Where it's like, could you read like a fucking like Fist of the North Star looking ass story, and the main character was like, I don't know. I couldn't even think of an example. Reading Fist of the North Star, but the main character is like fucking Eika or something. Let's put aside the fact that Eika's not popular to begin with for this example, and just get my point here. Eika's not a character you think of for that. But if you were gonna do Fist of the North Star style, you know who would be good for that? Mei-Ling. Mei-Ling is a great character for that kind of thing. She can have all kinds of crazy shit going on in that one. So some characters work better for more serious works, and some work better for comedy works. Most of the time, the more serious characters, when they're involved in a comedy work, they often take like the pervy jokes, you know? I think like Yukari is a pretty decent example. Yukari is obviously a pretty no-nonsense character to a larger degree than most characters, but you see her in comedy stuff all the time where she's, God, she needs help. Somebody's gotta fix her, and I don't think I'm strong enough to do it. But that's kind of what happens to the stronger characters. They get overly clingy. That's kind of their gimmick. But then the goofballs in more serious works never really amount to much other than, like, cannon fodder. Oh, shit. Fucking willed this one into existence, didn't I? Oh, I know this music. Paper Mario, I think. Yeah, this is Crystal Palace music, isn't it? Paper Mario? Oh my god. I need a safe spot to hold. My base is not one of them. Okay, there you go. Red boys, you're with me. Oh my god, bit once. Damn. I need you to move. These guys gotta go first. Okay, good. Now die. I'll get him. He's gonna jump, yeah. Come on now. Now, I can't speak for every single work that, like, exists, obviously. But I definitely, when I think of characters who fit, like, gooby roles, I think of Chirno and her common associates, you know? Those are the main ones I think of. And Ruma's also one of my favorite characters, so obviously my go-to character example is always going to be her just by that alone. But there are also other characters like that hang out with Chirno that you would probably think of when you need to fill that role. There's also Chirno herself, so, you know. There's nothing over here, but these boulders are dangerous. Okay. I'm gonna do what's called a pro gamer move. Come here. Okay. Get the hell over here, dude. Look at me. I'm the captain now. Okay. Now we're gonna trick shot this. Whoosh. Come here. Electromagnetism. I honestly don't think there's any real character in Touhou who can't be in a comedic work. I just think that there are some that have proven time and time again that they are good in the role, and it's their best role in general. Come here, Rock. Alright, done our job. That beetle's gonna die, and I'm gonna hope that treasure's the only thing there. That was so poorly played. It's okay, though. It's okay. We're safe. Alright. If you've never seen Junko in a comedic role, you haven't seen enough Dojin. She can definitely be in a comedic role. She's not limited. She's not limited to bullshit. Every character can be funny. I mean, the whole premise of the Race and Junko ship is that she's a bit of a goofball. But it's how it's displayed. You may not find it funny yourself, because it's not that funny in general, but it's still fulfilling the role. Although she is a character who is probably really hard to write for in canon, because everything about her, she doesn't give a shit about anything that doesn't involve killing that moon bitch. So it's like, hey, you want to include Junko in this story? What's her motivation? Motivation? I just want to include Junko in the story. Can't do that. I mean, you can, but you can't do that. Get his ass. That boulder is coming back. Okay. Now we play the game called Don't Pathfind Through the Enemy. You thought that was funny, didn't you? I suppose you thought that was terribly clever. Nice, they're going around the long way. Victory. I don't have to beat up that thing. Very good. Okay. Never seen a fan work where Yuka has been in the comedic role. I read a doujin where she was pretending to be a sadist the whole time, and she was adorable. I don't know if that constitutes as funny, but I thought it was funny. Because at the end, like, Tenchi broke a flower vase, and she was like, oh shit, my flowers! So she grabbed Tenchi, ripped open her jaw, and, like, had the flowers land in her mouth to, like, save them. And I was like, holy shit, that was metal. Because they were trying to, like, confirm there was a rumor that she wasn't actually a sadist. She was trying really hard to be a sadist, like, pretend to be a sadist. It was adorable. But then she did that to Tenchi, and I was like, damn, sorry I doubted you. And Yuka's like, thank God that happened. Got them off my, my tail. Ooh, what we got here? Got Ice Boys. Oh, this is Sonic music. Oh, there's a big boy on this floor. He spews poison. He's a bitch. Yeah, go for the corpse. Them boys is fast. Alright, we're baiting. We're baiting. Don't never forget Schrodinger's Pikmin. No, that's mine. Kid, that's mine. Whoa! Okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. Don't pick that up! You, I want you to pick that up. Eat it. Yeah, eat it, you bitch. Okay. Can't hurt this guy without purples. Did he live or die? He did live. Record says he's dead, but he did live. Come on. I know you want this. Get over here. Get over here and eat this, dude. Come on. Come on, you broke bitch. Don't tell me you're stuck. Don't you fucking dare. That's mine, kid. Yeah, take it. Take it, take it, take it. Yeah. Easy clap. Easy clap. Red bugs annihilated. Floor complete. Yes! Yes, 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 the punch! It gave me the punch! Fuck yeah, I love this item. Wow, this type of red bug consumed 2 different metal objects. This metal statue seems to be advocating for something, but what could it mean? Yes. This is my favorite treasure, because it lets me hit things hard. Rocket punch. Justice alloy. This giant humanoid fist appears with some use in your spacesuits. However, you should still use your Pikmin to fight enemies. Computing. Aha, the rocket fist is now available. Tap A 3 times, 1-2 punch. The F-tilt, baby. How dare you tell me how to play my video game? I'll have you know that I have the most fun in this game when I'm the one in control. There's a big donut up there. Alright. What was it, Pikmin? I think it was Pikmin that had the bread enemy that was just a bread bug but on fucking crack. Absolutely cracked. Like he grabbed something and just fucking dipped. He was gone. Left the building. I brought enough for this. And now the blue Pikmin are gonna ruin it. Yep. That didn't hit any of them? Impressive. Alright. Well, we'll take that. We earned that. Anyway, what was I saying, chat? I was talking about characters. Right. So, yeah, I feel like, I do feel like that the majority of works for Touhou are comedy / slice of life, and a lot of the characters within that kind of match up to that anyway. It kind of feels like some of the more unpopular characters, I suppose, don't fit the mold right. I'm not really sure how to, not really sure. But it's like, Touhou's most unpopular characters are, I guess, the weird ones and the older ones. Those are the ones that tend to get it the worst, and it's probably, oh, it's right there. I do think it's probably a combination of just not really being sure how to utilize them. They're not cute. They're not cute girls. You see where the problem arises? How do you include a not cute girl in your story when you have like literally 100 cute girls to choose from, and you're choosing the not cute girl? You better have a good story for that, son. But streamer, I think this character's cute. That's fine. Go write a story. Have a fucking gay old time for all I care. But I don't think some characters are cute compared to others. Character like, you know, I'm gonna go for the easy targets here, of course. Sanyo, Nemuno, you know, the easy targets, like I said. These characters aren't cute, and if you find them cute, good for you. But I don't. So if I was gonna do a story of any capacity, like, all right, I want a story where Ruma eats dirt, except I would never make a story like that because Ruma would never eat dirt. She would only eat the finest meals. But like, why would I include Nemuno, right? What does Nemuno do? Now, if you can find a way to include Nemuno as like a motherly figure, that's great. She works perfectly in that regard. But there's other characters who are more popular who also have filled the role of like caretaker for the smaller, younger characters in the series. So Nemuno is a very offbeat pick, even in terms of offbeat picks. Ooh, I'm in Funland. Oh, well. No Bulkman. He ate 3 red Pikmin. Allow me to show you how I plan to resolve this tragedy. I'll show you. The first step. First, take your red boys. That was an accident. I thought I was holding them when I did that. That's a shame. Oh well, it's not like I use them anyway, so who really cares? Who really cares? You press the same button to change the order of leaves and flowers that you do for potions. I've never actually misclicked that before. They even drink nectar fast. It's crazy. So I'm gonna turn this one red dude into a blue Pikmin. Okay. And then I'm gonna turn this one blue Pikmin into a red Pikmin. And our numbers have been restored. Very good. Okay. Anyway, what I was saying. I've seen numerous works that depict characters as caretakers, and I like those works, to be honest with you. I like when the bigger, older, more experienced characters, or just Reimu, because I like Reimu, just look after the fairies or the smaller yokai who are known to associate with fairies in fandom, and just, you know, just looks after them. I enjoy that. Ruma's a prime target for that as well, so, you know. But like I said, Nemono is a character who, by all rights, does fill that role. It's just there's so many other characters who can do that as well, and there's more aspects to them. Byakurin comes to mind, for sure. The patron saint of yokai. But like I said, it can kind of really be almost any character. Almost any character is fair game in that position. Damn, that guy's fast. There's treasure over there. Regret. He dodged it. Color me impressed. He dodged it. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. I'm gonna take those rocks. And I'm gonna break some cocks. Turn your ass around, boy. Turn your ass around right now. Ooh, miss me. Try again. Finessed. Finessed. Actually, if you could hit this, that would be fantastic. Yo, course correction. Please let me go. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. I just got I got evacuated, dude. I got pulled out of there. Drop ship. There we go. That's all I wanted. Saves time. Now I can do this. Okay. I'm not talking about boob size. Just because you're a motherly character doesn't mean you need to be equipped with motherly assets. Alright? I mean, for obvious reasons, I understand why that correlation is made. But that's not the point. Nobody's looking to suck titty. At least not in these family-friendly works. Come on now. Have some goddamn class, citizen. Oh shit, they're waking him up. It's a bit of a problem. Sometimes, chat, there's also fun in there can also be fun in putting a character in a situation that you feel like they wouldn't necessarily be good at handling and watching them struggle with it. I think Moko kind of ends up doing that sometimes with school-related stuff, whatever she's with Kane in some capacity. Like she'll partake in school-related stuff, and it's like kind of not. Oh, okay. You do a lot of damage. I need to be careful. I can fight him. I'm gonna fight him. I'm just gonna be careful about it. Yeah, slap his ass. Yeah, come here, bitch. Now the game can be played. Losing a captain is actually quite detrimental. The fact that this kills me in 3 bites is, yeah. Use Pikmin, jackass. I get it, but I'm not gonna do it, because... jackass. Yeah, throwing your favorite characters in situations that they might not really be accustomed to is cool. Especially if you're pairing them with a character who is accustomed in said role. Kind of show them the ropes so they're not completely thrown out of it. Could you imagine, chat? Imagine Jun as a babysitter. Do you think she'd be able to pull that off? I think she'd be really fucking bad at it, but I also think that she could end up in such a situation because of Byakuren. So even though it's something that she wouldn't do herself, it's something that characters that she is related to in some capacity would make her have to do in some way, shape, or form, which would result in some goofy hijinks. But you could also just pick a lot of other characters who could fill the role of being a babysitter better. But that's not as fun. So sometimes being perfect for the role isn't good enough because it's just not as fun. I don't need to go to town on every single one of these things, so I'm not gonna. Here you go. I've thought of ideas for that. I have a lot of ideas that I don't feel ready to tackle yet, but once I can, that'll be fun. Instead, it's back to the cubes for Dylan. I must return to the cube farm. How strange. Alright, shit's buried, yo. Now, unfortunately, you're gonna have to listen to Olimar crying out in pain for a while. I don't want White Pikmin picking that up, actually. There you go. There you go. Pick him up. Get him out of here. There's a whole fucking plethora of them there, dude. Oh, it's the ornament. Okay. I think that's about everything. I only really grab the bodies when there's really not much else to do but grab them. Dan Dory has taught me well. Okay. Streamer wants mommy. Is that what you got out of this conversation? Is that what you got? Is that what you got? Alright, that's fine. I can't defend myself. I can't defend myself. Because no matter what I say, it won't matter. Because you've already chose to interpret my words as such, so I lose. I lose by default. In fact, there wasn't even a game for me to play the whole time. $8. The best time to wear a striped sweater is all the time. That's a bull bear. That's a bull bear. That's a bull bear. That's a bull bear. There you are, you motherfucker. I knew immediately what was happening. It's stuck at the moment. I'll figure it out. Okay. I didn't even say anything. I was just saying, listen. Listen, anytime you think I'm saying something and I'm not explicitly saying it, you're projecting. You see yourself in my words and you think, damn, what is this guy saying live on stream in public? It's not me. It's you. It's always been you. You just refuse to accept it. Hey, he's coming. Oh my god, he's got a squadron. Yep, come here. Come on. We're getting your ass alone. No babies. No babies. No babies. No babies. No babies. Come on. Come on, bitch. Come on. Dude, this floor is huge! Two of them. Oi, oi, oi. This is so bad. Oh, yo, 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 yo! Oh! Ow! Yeah, chew. Chewing that bitch. Ow! Chew on that bitch! Cool post. Oh. Get this little one out of the way and I'm good. I'm hitting with drive-bys at this point. Yeah. Woo! Oh! Oi, 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 oi. Get this out of here. Get this out of here. It's a keystone ring. Oh. Oi, oi, oi. Ring of hidden power! Oh, dude, there's still more in here? Shit, this is blue Pikmin territory. Okay. That's fine. Come with me. You gotta die, because you're in the way. I'm also one hit from death on both captains. Not much I can do about that. They'll fully heal when we leave. But if they die, they're out for the rest of the day. Okay, you're dead. You need to die next. Oh god, there's a frog in the way. I got no time to talk anymore. I'm fighting for my life. Ah! I wish you could throw relative to how fast I can press the A button. I could have killed him if I was throwing there. He's dead, Jim. Shit. You're alive. Dude, he's just watching. Pounce already! Pounce! There you go. Get his ass. Literally get his ass. There you go. Leave a wake of bodies. Find the treasure. We found the treasure. Oh, there's 2 of them. I got double dumpy. One at a time. Yeah, come here. Double dumpy. Very rarely do you see the dumple shake-off animation when Pikmin are fighting it. Okay. That's not scary. This guy shoots water out of his ass. That's it. Get him. Yeah, piss! Alright, come here. Come here, Squadron. Get that dive ball. And let's leave this huge-ass, pointless floor full of hell and death. Okay. Alright. Pokemon Z. I think I talked about it. I'm pretty sure I talked about it on stream. But I'm wondering what exactly the megas are gonna, like, be. And honestly, just like the time frame of the game, there's a lot of questions. But I gotta play Arceus. I think that's what I have to do. I'm just wondering if the megas are gonna actually be compatible with Scarlet and Violet, or they're gonna be compatible with the next game, and we're gonna get home compatibility like at the end of the year, and then it will be like, hey, use these cool megas, and then they skip the remake of Gen 5, Aquatic Capsule, and they go right to a remake of Gen 6. So the entirety of 2025 is dedicated to Kalos, which is actually kind of cool. Zygarde's definitely getting a mega. He's on the cover of the game. He's the Z. This is Pokemon Z. Like, we've literally been, like, Pokemon Z's been a meme forever. X, Y, and then no Z. But now Pokemon Legends is Z. Z-A. Pizza. But, I think he'll probably get a Mega. But the interesting thing about Kalos is that despite it being where Mega Evolution was first, like, introduced, the only Mega Evolution Gen 6 Pokemon was Diancie. Everything else was given to others. And of course, there's also the chance that Charizard gets another Mega form. Charizard's X, Y, and Z. Any other Charizards I should know about? What if he gets an ugly-ass Primal form instead? I don't think he will, just because of the fact that at the very end, they popped the Mega Stone icon. Oh, yucky business. Sport. Why did you? Yeah, Pikmin aren't exactly the smartest creatures in the world, but what else is new? Drink the nectar. Alright. Yeah, they're just gonna get squished because they're all very smart, intelligent creatures. I can't do anything about that. I don't know why they did that. I really don't. I couldn't tell you. Okay. Well, I have control of the situation now, at least, but that is still omega obnoxious. They'll get crushed. One spute. One spute. Alright. Once you get your foot in the door on this fight, it's okay. You are certainly dying slow, huh? Squishma. Yeah. Fantastic job. Get him in the top corner where it's most vulnerable. One more set should be good. Chat, I'm wondering, should I stop after this and go to Arcadia? Because if I don't, this is gonna go for like over 3 hours, and then I'm not really gonna have time for that. So I think I should probably stop after this. Like when the guys are sending me up, I'll do the save. I'll get the loud big whistle. So then when I start the game next time, it'll shoot me back at the ship and we know where we're going. Good work there, boys. The Empress Bowl blasted behind this perplexing bowl. Appears to be coated in all kinds of nasty stomach acids. Are you sure this is safe for Pikmin to carry? Well, we have a debt to repay, so we might as well get our hands a little dirty here. It's okay to be a little nasty. Come here, boys. I'm critically injured. I had 12 red Pikmin get run over by a bus. Did it make me feel good to do it? Good. 25. Okay. We'll take advantage of the save that... with 30 bucks. Pop out here. Oh, man. Ugh. That cave was longer than I thought it'd be. I thought I could get through that a bit faster, but I think that cave was more on the intermediate side. This odd-shaped megaphone can be used to make yourself heard quite a distance. Oh wait, you already recognize this object. Well then, you should know what you can use this to aid your journey on this planet again. The Jumbo Whistle is done. Captain Olimar, you can now easily whistle Pikmin to your group or to other tasks. This will be helpful for rounding up Pikmin for more dangerous hazards now. Large whistle. Alright. Take me up. Take me up. Send me to the moon. Happens. It's simply a way of life. Alright, we save the game. And we close it. Alright, I don't like ending the game this way. It is a bit abrupt, I understand. But it's saved, which means when we start the game again, we'll be going right back into there, and we'll be heading to the submerged castle, which is great. But yeah, I like ending it more cleanly at the end of a day. But if I go into that submerged castle today and go through all of it, it's gonna make the VOD go over 3 hours, and I'm not gonna have enough time for anything after that. So, cliffhanger, but it's okay, because great progress today.